So recently I saw a video of a monk. He isolated himself for years and years, and for some reason this guy felt obligated to talk about quote-unquote internet trolls because of people being on a certain part of their journey. But unfortunately, some wisdoms are timely and really dependent on the time period you live in and inhabit. Change is permanent, everything is temporary. And there was this certain arrogance in this guy's style. You see, I see that most people who follow a religion, they don't really interest themselves too much in other religions, so they're kind of blind to other people's faiths and beliefs. For example, would it truly be trolling if your religion that you're like born into and you wake up one day and be like, wait, this is dark, this is evil, I want to stop believing. But if I do, then there's a death penalty waiting for me. I think it's quite the prejudice there. Now, language is one of the most bendable and flexible things that's in existence. So I also wanted to give a quick example. You might know this one already, but there is this example floating around on the internet. She beat up her daughter because she was drunk. The context here is difficult to estimate because it's double speech, as I insinuated before. Like, who was drunk, right? And you also see many politicians will use their own language to perform this thing called double speech. Not always on purpose, obviously, but even the media sometimes phrases things in a negative light when they're arguably just more neutral or even positive. There is a certain absolutism in people's judgment on others, even when the language itself isn't as absolute as people perceive it to be. Like sometimes if you have words like normalize, it's often perceived as something positive, even when what is normalized is arguably criminal. I always like to say that there's always potential for growth. Everyone carries the seed of the flower of wisdom within their heart. Unfortunately, it doesn't always bloom. It grows in different speeds. You can make it grow faster by indulging within the conversation, moral debates, and most often I see that this has become more and more hostile throughout the years, and it's almost per design. Absolutism also doesn't really help. Sorry, I just took a break. I saw little birdies, they're cute. To be wise doesn't always mean to be in touch. Wisdom changes through the years sometimes, depending on the environment and culture. But yeah, you can't spell culture without cult. So the moral of the day is don't always take everything at surface level, guys. It's okay. You can also technically not lie. I heard this story about these aliens from the 50s, who kidnapped a human. And what did this human do when connected to a lie detector? He said that all of my species know just as much about your base and species itself as I do. It was a great bluff because he didn't know anything. Next to this, he also said something along the lines of, we humans, we're able to move ourselves just by using our mental capacity, which obviously refers to how our thoughts shape the movement in our muscles. Yes, guys, the free thinking, whatever side of the political aisle this is, left and right is an illusion. It's all up and down. But this is basically some sort of hindrance. If you win fair and square, you win fair and square. And that's the people speaking. But not everyone is an extremist. It's just that everyone has a different interest, which they vote for. It's not left and right. People often think that like gender is a spectrum for some reason, and they need some sort of non-binary binary. But unfortunately, they cannot really see that political interest are a spectrum as well, and that there are like so many things involved. All space for reasonable debate and discussion dies. Some people are just as autistic when it comes to like believing what other people believe. Let's see, was that everything I wanted to rant about today? I'm pretty sure it was. Thanks for watching, guys. Appreciate it.